Imagine this. You clean a room until it shines. You close the door, lock the windows, and leave it untouched for a month. When you finally come back, every shelf has a thin layer of dust. The floor looks dull, the room even smells. But wait, if nobody went inside, where did all that dust come from? It almost feels like dust appears out of nowhere. But here's the surprising truth. A closed room is never really closed. Welcome to Think Frontier. Let's find out why. Most people think dust comes from outside, from traffic, wind, or people bringing it in on their shoes. That's only part of the story. In reality, a large amount of dust is already inside your home. In fact, some of it comes from you. Every single day, your body sheds millions of tiny skin cells. Your clothes release microscopic fibers. Hair falls out naturally and fabrics slowly wear down. These particles are so small that you can't see them individually, but together they become household dust. Even if no one enters the room, those tiny particles are already there. They're simply waiting to settle. Here's something most people never realize. A closed room is not airtight. Tiny gaps exist around doors, windows, electrical outlets, air vents, and even inside the walls. As outdoor temperatures rise and fall throughout the day, your house naturally expands, contracts, and breathes. That slow movement of air carries microscopic dust particles into the room without you ever noticing. It's happening all the time, even while the door stays shut. Now here's another reason dust keeps showing up. Dust doesn't stay in one place forever. When the temperature changes between day and night, the air inside the room moves ever so slightly. That gentle movement lifts tiny dust particles back into the air before they slowly settle again. It's like an invisible cycle repeating over and over. No footsteps are needed, no open window is required, just time. And there's something even more surprising. Your house actually creates dust. Paint slowly ages. Wood releases tiny fibers. Drywall, insulation, and even concrete gradually break down over the years. These microscopic particles mix with everything else already floating in the air. Older homes often produce even more dust because their building materials have had decades to wear down. So even an empty room keeps making new dust. Gravity also plays a huge role. Every floating particle eventually falls. In a busy room, people walking around constantly stir dust into the air, where it can be removed by cleaning or ventilation. But in an unused room, nothing interrupts gravity. Dust lands on shelves, tables, and floors. Then another layer lands on top, and another. That's why unused rooms often look dustier than rooms you use every day. So, why do closed rooms still get dusty? Because dust doesn't need people, it doesn't need open windows, and it certainly doesn't need permission. Your home naturally produces tiny particles. Invisible air quietly moves through small gaps. Temperature changes keep dust circulating, and gravity patiently settles everything onto every surface. What looks like a sudden layer of dust is actually the result of millions of tiny events happening every single day, even in complete silence. The next time you open a room that hasn't been touched for weeks, don't think of the dust as something that suddenly appeared. Think of it as proof that even when everything seems perfectly still, the world is always moving, slowly, quietly, one tiny particle at a time. If you enjoyed learning something new today, subscribe to Think Frontier and turn on notifications. We post fascinating answers to everyday questions every week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.